TikTok thing, and they're not making as much money. So which is it? Which is it? He says that nothing happened when you put hands on him, but then something did happen, right?
Man,
And then he said, "Look, I got a screen recording of one of his lives." Take boxing lessons. How he taking boxing lessons when he can't even afford that? You mean
not that he can't even afford it. He don't even have the mental for that. First of all, he would be crying within the first freaking week.
The cardio alone.
He wouldn't be able to cut down on his TikTok time to train. You know how much, man. Boxing
Yeah, I know. I've done boxing. I've done martial.
You already know. You know how much.
When I was stationed in Japan, I was doing multiple styles. I would like go train somewhere here, then the next day go train somewhere else. Like, and I was in my early 20s. So
yeah, and we talking about Patrick, a dude that smokes, drinks. I don't even think after he had his surgery, I don't think he ever lost any of that weight. I mean, not lost it, but the extra body weight that
he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how weight loss and human anatomy work, because it takes somebody with intellect and some type of drive to look into it. So he thinks that, quote unquote, doing his business with Kim is a way to lose weight.
Nah.
He thinks that
first of all, man,
that doesn't work, dumb.
I don't think he really don't have the discipline.
No, he doesn't. I mean, if he did have the discipline, he wouldn't rely solely on the app to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, what the fuck? At this point, I've been over Patrick so long ago. Like, the dude is just a fucking joke. He been exposed, and people, people around him is crazy, and they all look like jokes to me because they all know what he did. They could never fucking really ever deny that ever again. We know exactly what he did from them court audios that we played.
But look, man, at the end of the day, look, people have been saying the same stuff about Bill Cosby for years, and it was just a matter of convenience to get him convicted.
That's exactly what I'm saying. They
people have been saying the same thing about
more. The Slims of the world, the Patricks, all of them. They got no room to talk about nothing.
And, people still look at them as victims and martyrs. They still look at Cosby or R. Kelly as martyrs. So, of course, they're going to look at somebody like him. And it's like, okay, I look at it like this. If somebody were to if he says something to the wrong person and then they crash out on him and he's no longer with us, hypothetically speaking, and before people think I'm inferring something, remember, he's been talking about people being unalive for going at it with him and saying that he would hire people to do harm like he's some type of kingpin. But if something were like that,
when did that ever happen? Tell me one time where Patrick said he was going to have something done to somebody or he was going to do something to somebody and it's actually happened.
Exactly. He said,
where's the lawsuit at? Remember, it was a legal matter. What happened to that?
Oh,
he went to the police station, filled out a whole police report on Skylar and me. What happened?
And this is where I don't care when I say the R word or I call him, I don't know. I call him
don't even call him in. I know where you're going with it.
Okay, I call them the dumb and dumber types. The dumb and dumber types, because those are the type of people that follow him. Patrick has a celebrity following him. Okay.
And so
that's
I guarantee you they think about Patrick 0 hours of the day.
Yeah. Like shit like that. And same thing.
And then on top of that, let's just really think about it, y'all. Okay. Say if y'all want Patrick to make it so bad, his record of him beating on his own child has to go with him. Where do y'all think in Hollywood they gonna be okay with that?
Not even just Hollywood.
Where in the industry do you think, in the real industry, that people are going to be okay with that? Well, that's why he stays in his little TikTok bubble.
Well, you got to take into consideration, people are seeing the wild stuff in the industry that's being exposed, and they see people like Patrick as being a part of that or wanting to be a part of that. So he's not really going to get the
He's
support
never going to
regardless.
get there. That's the problem. His shit is already exposed. Ain't like a lot of these people just going. He gonna come out of nowhere and nobody know who he is. So later on, when somebody look him up, he's already got the child abuser label slapped on his fucking forehead, and he's still lying about it.
Yeah. He said that you never put hands on him, but then he'll say in another video or live that he was attacked. And we got the I got the whole 10 minute live where he was talking
Could you
about.
imagine? Because I swear I wasn't thinking like that when I saw his ass. Could you imagine if I was sitting there recording, whooping his ass, and that should have been online?
Honestly, Blaze, if I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, if I know you did boxing and you were kind of out of practice, if you actually were, I don't know, in tune and you were aiming for vital areas.
If I wanted to hurt Patrick, I could have did that. But I didn't want to hurt. I wasn't out to hurt him. I was just out to beat his ass because what he said about my son. I was never out to hurt him. I said that from the beginning.
I mean, me personally,
I was about to put him to sleep, but I'm glad that dude grabbed my fucking arm.
Nah,
I'd have really hurt him.
Nah, something should have been broken. I mean, a black eye is good. A black eye.
I mean, the face swollen enough for me. I'm good with that. His whole jaw was swollen. This nigga was eating applesauce for like 2 fucking weeks.
He went to go eat a steak and asparagus. And I'm eating steak.
It was a struggle. I know. I saw the video. This man could barely swallow.
Oh no, he was depressed. He was depressed because he all of that tough guy shit, and look what happened. He was depressed.
Yo, like I said, I wasn't out to hurt him though, for real. I didn't want to hurt him. Cause first of all, you look at Patrick and see that he can't fucking fight.
You're better. I mean, he talked a good game. Always talking about pulling up on somebody and slapping them, talking about sending goons after people, but it's like, wait a minute.
Talking about stabbing people. He was talking reckless before I saw him. I mean, he was talking real reckless. And then he wound up coming in my city and got caught up.
What about, he said he knew Haitians in Philly.
Man, he don't know a damn... Listen. Oh, my God. All these motherfuckers be talking about they know people, and they don't know a damn person. Be talking about they know people, I'm sorry. And they don't know a damn person. Oh, you call me, you on exit. They don't know a damn person. Oh, you call me, you on exit. They don't know a damn person. Oh, you call me, you on exit. There you go. I don't know what's echoing. These motherfuckers don't be knowing nobody. They don't be knowing nobody. None of y'all do. Ain't nobody believe Patrick from day one.
Hey, are you still echoing on your end?
I'm here. It was echoing.
Hey, are you still echoing on your end?
I'm here. Drop down and come back in, Mujin, because it's still echoing.
Echoing on your end?
All right, it's 50 people in here. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Hey, Miss Karen. Hey, Pisces God. How you doing? Grace. Sheila, how you doing? Oh, Sheila.
Yo, testing.
There you go. You good.
All right. So, here's the thing. You got to take into consideration. It's mostly pretenders on this app. We know that most people are have-nots in the world. Otherwise, they wouldn't be complaining about the system screwing them over.
Hey, lovely.
But in the same breath, it's like, okay, you don't got money. You wouldn't have been shit without this app, but you get into the bag logging onto the app every day, even though it's not really getting you nowhere. It's not really getting you nowhere in the long run. When your fame dries up, which it actually is, what are you gonna do? Because
what fame? No, like, come on, Mujin, you be giving them too much credit. What fame? No. Don't know nobody know these motherfuckers outside of TikTok.
I use that. I do use it loosely. Because remember, all of those other bigger content creators that were calling him out once the audio footage leaked, he went from threatening to sue them, like he threatened to sue Joel Patrick.
What happened to that?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
But and you know what's crazy? I go to Joel Patrick's lives when he goes to debates with the woke with Pete Patrick's ilk, and all they do is just insult him. And it's like they have it set up to where you can't gift Joel, because I like to gift the opposition out of spite. Me personally, right? I like to gift them out of spite, and the times they do let me gift Joel, they get really pissed off and they'll start blocking me or kicking me out. Or when they have somebody want to come up and side with Joel, I'll go up there and then I just start dropping every slur in the book.
Mood, you gotta chill, man. You be going on, bro.
You know what it is? Again, the more you walk on eggshells, the more
Hey, I ain't even about no.
No. Hear me out though.
I don't want you to be offending people, man. You be going ham though.
You have to offend. Look, they come on here to be offended anyway. They come on here to find offense in something any damn way. But then,
right, I can agree with that, because a lot of people come on here looking for trouble and shit.
But when something is actually offensive, like Denise Bradley getting married on a fucking. Oh no! Our actress is getting married on a fucking plantation, but calling herself a white ally or some shit like that.
Yeah,
that doesn't offend you.
But definitely offended me, because I said something about that shit.
But somehow, I don't know. Like, it's okay for her to, ooh, you're doing something offensive. I'm gonna call your HR and get you fired. Like, type of weird shit. Like, that's my biggest thing. So my thing is, if I see a bully, because that is what it is at the end of the day. You have to let that bully know you are going to do the most ruthless, sadistic thing, or say the most ruthless, sadistic shit, and dare them to meet you in 4K. They only do this to people that they smell fear in. They're basically animals that smell fear in other people.
I just don't even be giving them the satisfaction, because I can outdo them any fucking day. Like I said, I don't need to offend everybody by trying to just offend them, but I get what you mean, man. But these motherfuckers, this is what they do.
That's why, and that's why they go out of their way to block me. McCormick, aka Thomas Bishop, has finally blocked me again. Like they don't respond to me when I make videos calling them out on their bullshit on any of my accounts. They know I don't give a fuck, and they dox me and all the other shit. But it's like, okay, you know I'm in Florida. Now I got a reason to murk your ass on site.
Well, first of all, we all know Thomas ain't doing shit. He's a fucking replica of fucking Patrick at this point. A bad one at that. Forehead just shining like a motherfucker. That dude he don't even be worth the time. I mean, the day he got upset about, me calling him out when he talking about he pro-black, but he married to a white woman, that was enough right there for me. That's all I needed.
Oh yeah, he was talking about like and other people have called him out too. Like there's some people that I don't rock with, like No Jobs calling him out, and he made a video that he has on his Instagram and on Facebook.
And my thing is this though, Mujin, it don't matter who you marry, right? To me, at the end of the day, that don't even matter. But when you come out here and you scream that you pro-black so much for your community, but you married outside your race, that's disrespectful. When you come on this app and tell black people and spit in the black woman's face by saying that your wife is black and you know damn well she's not, and then get mad at people for calling you out for it, and then gonna try to use your non-black wife and say you're attacking her for calling you out for some bullshit, that's where y'all they be losing me at.
Well, no, let me help you find it. Notice the ones that go out of their way that say that go hard in the paint against quote unquote racism and white supremacy, the ones that say that they're fighting against it, never seem to have no problem. Like they always seem to be laying that next to somebody. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest thing. Like here's my thing. Robert F. Smith, he's married to a white woman. That's his second.
Of course, I'm getting reported.
He's married to a white woman, right? He's a billionaire. He put up money for Morehouse College, and people say that he's not pro-black, but he's doing more. He's putting his money where his mouth is. He may not be considered pro-black, but his actions are more pro-black than people coming online saying that they're pro-black and then asking for donations while married to a white woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think they do this shit for business though.
And you know what? He never considers him. He doesn't even consider himself pro-black. He just, I got money. I can use it.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, right? If you're
gonna do something,
stand on it.
Yeah, just stand on it. Don't be associated with the label.
But they can't stand on it. They gotta lie. And when I heard consciously tell everybody that his wife is black, And first he said her father was black. Then he went on to say her mother was black. Ain't no way. That's disrespectful, bro.
I
And
look at it like
he did
this.
that because he don't want to stand on the shit that he talking about. Well, he can't stand on the shit that he talk about because he's not living it.
Okay, I look at it like this. People that listen to somebody like Lee or whatever, they didn't learn their multiplication tables and learn how to spell more than 5-letter words until they were in the 8th grade. So at this point in their lives, anyone crazy enough to believe him deserves to have their intelligence insulted. I mean, people should have peeped this back when he was saying that not dating a black woman, not dating a bisexual man is biphobic. And wait a damn minute. Y'all do know, like, let's take into consideration diseases and all that other stuff. You're more likely to get that with somebody that's double dipping. But you trying to make somebody feel bad by virtue signaling and resorting to an ad hominem for them wanting to do that. And the woman said that for safety purposes, she wouldn't do that. And she has a right to that, but he's trying to call her that. And don't get me started on not dating a, T woman is,
He said that was homophobic, right?
no, he said it was transphobic.
Transphobic. I'm sorry.
He said it's transphobic for men like us to not date a trans woman. And he said it's biphobic.
My question is, has he ever dated a trans woman?
No, he says that he's married, so he doesn't apply to him. And when people ask him that shit,
How convenient.
he fucking dances around it. And that's when people started really seeing through that shit. And that's when people started really seeing through that shit. And and those are the type of interest groups that are funding him. And people are starting to see through that shit, You can't say that you can't say that Joe Biden wasn't gonna do anything for the black community, but then you wanna take a video selfie in your Jordans in the White House next to him.
Well, I tell you what.
You are a special brand of unintelligent, of intellectually inferior if you're listening to them.
Well, I tell you what, in case you didn't know, a lot of the Conscious Leash, ISP, T Nathan, their group that supports them as of today are a bunch of women, white women, mixture of women that don't even like black men. They don't like black men.
Or they fetishize them.
That too. That too. But they don't like black men. What do you call it?
They don't like straight men. They don't like straight men. They don't like straight men. They don't like straight men who got shit going for themselves and have options to do, who have options in life. They're stay at home bitter. And then I dealt with one chick but I went at it with a female a while back before I went to Bahrain, right? Mm. I'm talking like a typical purple, blue-haired, double chin having stay-at-home white woman who said that she's married and that she's bi or queer. Those kinds of people that make all of those things about them. They put all of that stuff up front in their bio. You don't really see anything in my bio. I can say that I'm a martial artist and I hate woke people who are just annoying virtue signalers, but I don't do that. You just click. Oh, he likes to do that kind of stuff. Nah, move on. I don't have to put that stuff in my bio, right? But she went at it. She called a friend of mine or somebody I was mutuals with who's black. She called her Uncle Tom or sellout because the chick doesn't believe that white supremacy and all that stuff is holding her back. And mind you, this chick is younger, a truck driver, which means she's making more money than this stay-at-home mom. And this stay-at-home mom was trying to get her platform off with her Cash App in her bio. You got a lot of these white women that want to be content creators that look at this content creating activism as a come up
and exploitation, and for them to have proximity to the black community.
Yeah, and then when you start,
and then they get to say the shit they really want to say to black people because they know they got black people that will back them up.
No, well, she didn't have anybody backing her up at that time, and we pointed out how fake and how disingenuous and how actually racist she was. And then she tried to apologize, and then we just kept running circles around her. And then tried to her. Was
you here last night, Mujan?
I mean, I was on Pod. Yeah.
There was a page that kept coming in here last night trying to stick up for Tavia. This woman isn't even black. I mean, she can barely speak good English to me. But this is the shit that I be talking about. These are the women that come around and want their proximity to black people and be able to say the shit they want to black people, so they use black people to do so.
You know what I find ironic about all of this shit? These be the same people, let's say for all intents and purposes, a black man just dating outside of his race. He ain't on no politics shit. He's not on any of the pro-black shit, but he's just happens to be in a relationship. They'll be the same ones outraged because he's posting a picture, and heaven forbid she's actually attractive. Heaven forbid the non-black woman is actually attractive. They'll be the first ones expressing outrage and calling them all kinds of crazy shit. But
all right.
But
so my point of view on that, date who the fuck you want. I don't really care. Brown,
but
red.
those be the same ones. Those be the same
That's
ones.
not your problem. Who the next man? Most men don't give a fuck about who the next man is dating. We don't. But don't come on here and try to tell me to a black man to his face that you pro-black, but you dating outside your race. It still don't make, just because you date outside your race doesn't mean that you any less of a person, period. It don't mean that at all.
Don't go so. My thing is, don't act like you're fighting against racism and going hard in the paint against quote unquote white supremacy when you're laying down in bed with somebody.
Right.
Shit, you know?
I mean, so you can't tell me that, but on the other hand, you are living, breathing, sleeping white. And again, it's nothing wrong with you being with a Caucasian woman, Asian woman. At the end of the day, y'all can date who
But those
the fuck
be
y'all want.
but those same women that come at you, those same women that come at you, they want to come at men who date out. They'll come at men who date out.
But the same women that coming at you, the leader of them,
but they'll celebrate
outside of her race.
But they'll they'll celebrate.
She dates outside of her race. So how the fuck do the llama got anything to say about anybody dating outside their race when your leader does it?
They'll celebrate it when somebody else does it. They'll celebrate it when women in the community do it. And then it's like, wait a minute, how do you not see the contradiction and the correlation? Y'all love talking about black men getting with some obese white woman during tax season, but then y'all be getting with these old greasy refrigerator built white dudes saying who are collecting a pension. The ones who can do it, because if we're gonna be honest, most people aren't doing. Most people who are dating out, you're not dating you're not dating some friggin' rich aristocrat. You're not dating an attractive person. You're just dating an average person that you wouldn't want in your community. That's one of my other things about the whole interracial debate. That's one thing I wish both sides would just agree on. It's like, okay, the black women who do get with these white men, most of these guys are not putting y'all up in mansions. Yeah, they're not putting you up in mansions, and black men, you're not getting a pog. You're not getting a pog with a cute face and a nice pearly white teeth smile.
I'm gonna tell you like this: as a grown ass man, first of all, I'm married, so I don't really have this problem no more. I'm married my woman, but as a grown ass man, I am not gonna be competing with nobody else, no other race, for a black woman when there are plenty of black women out here that love black men.
Yeah.
So I feel as though that should go on the other side, but a lot of people want to focus on the men that already made their decision on what they want to date. Or first of all, how the fuck is you arguing about somebody in their preference?
Because they got nothing going for themselves. Like, look, go to the shade room and look at LeBron James' son when he's at like a prom with a white girl, and you'll see all types of crazy fucking comments, and it's mostly black women. But some of those same black women will celebrate when a black woman does it. You'll see, and this is not indicative.
They celebrate a woman that does it every day. This shit is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My thing is, you got a lot of willfully contradicting and hypocritical people on both sides, and they'll support the person that fits their narrative more. That's why I consider that some garbage shit. Like, sometimes I gotta check myself. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I becoming just as disingenuous as my enemy, or somebody I perceive as an enemy because of our
that's how they try to portray me, right?
Right.
So, my first daughter was biracial, right? But I chose that I know I love black women, right? So they tried to say, well, you had a biracial child, so you like what? No, it doesn't mean that at all. You can't put labels on somebody when their whole life shows you that which what they chose and what they grew up believing.
How the hell they gonna bring up your past, but then they be the main ones for giving?
I don't care about them bringing up
No, no,
my
no,
past because you
no, no,
know
no, no,
why?
no.
That's
Listen,
what that
listen,
my
listen,
point was.
listen.
I stand on what
No, no, listen closely. How the fuck do they bring up your past when they'll forgive somebody like a Patrick, or they'll be dating these Pookies and Ray Rays with real fucked up past?
My thing is this: I don't need to apology, or I don't need to be forgiven for my fucking past. Because if I had to do it again, because I love my motherfucking daughter, love her to death, and I don't know what I would do without her. But you're never going to guilt trip me into saying that something is wrong with people dating outside their race. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you come back after you already dating outside your race to tell people that you all for your community, you love black women and you would do anything for them, but you won't even date them, that just sounds stupid.
Or again, just going hard in the paint online against the opposing race, but dating the opposing race. That's stupid. That's my thing. It's like,
and my thing, you can still do it, but you're just a supporter at that point. You can't call yourself pro-black. You can't say I'm this, I'm that. I mean, but you sleep with the people that you know oppressed you for so long.
Or don't say you defend black women, but then you curse out black women that don't agree with you. Because that's my biggest thing. It's like, you can't say protect black women, but then you go hard in the paint for black women that don't agree with you. Again, let's use the brick lady, for example. Even black women who were starting to question the inconsistencies got, unaliving threats. And these content creators exacerbated that. But don't say that you're a safe space. Don't say that you're a safe space, but then you or somebody that you consider a mutual has fueled some type of fire that's threatened not just those women in question, but the men. All because somebody is like, wait, something is inconsistent, and this seems to be an ongoing pattern with this person.
I swear, like I said, I don't like the image that they try to put on men on this app. And again, on the other side, when it comes to women, I do feel like a lot of women don't get the protection that they should deserve, especially the black women across the app. But the way they try to villainize black men across this app on a daily basis, just for having a difference of opinion sometimes, is crazy. Now, I'm going to give you a prime example. Guru and Moses.
Yeah.
I don't agree with a lot of stuff that comes out of their mouth, but at the end of the day, it's still their opinion. So it's still what they believe in. So I can't knock them for that. At least they stand on it.
I mean, say what you want about them.
And try to go the extra mile sometimes and just make up stupid shit. Like, again, when it came to the situation, what he said about the youngin and him, I got what he was saying. It came off weird, though. I didn't like the way he put it out there. But, like, sometimes I feel like they be trying to reach.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you know what? Say what you want about them. People can say what they want about them. I ain't never hear no Guru or Moses say that they would pay to have a woman's teeth knocked out.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that. I
say I
have.
I've
seen them disrespect women and call them out their names, but I ain't never seen nothing where it comes to physical attack.
And I'm gonna leave you with this. I ain't never hear them, because they're both straight men, right? I ain't never hear them wish grape on a female like Baby Bone Crusher has wished rape on men by trans women. I ain't never hear that. Think about that.
I've seen, if I had to choose who said some of the most foulest shit across this app, if it came between Moses, Guru, and Patrick, I'm gonna have to go with Patrick.
Yeah.
Some of the most heinous, egregious shit that should not come across, out somebody's mouth on this app.
And you only say that, and you know what? The thing is, people only say that when they really ain't got nothing going for themselves, or they got nothing to lose. They ain't got nothing to lose. When the audio footage leaked, he was shook. He was shook.
Mm-hmm.
He was shook. Why do you think his baby mom was following us, and it has been was
that's the same thing that's gonna happen with Slim when his audio dropped and his body cam, because you can't refute that, bro.
I don't
He's
really.
still trying to refute. He even touched his baby mom.
I don't with him. Like I've never really had I've never had a conversation with him, and I don't know. I don't know who he is, but my
Slim is
thing
the
is,
same dude that hangs out with Patrick.
I mean, again, if you rocking with Patrick, I already know that you're unscrupulous as fuck. You're unscrupulous as fuck if you rock with them. You know.
He rocked with them. A lot of them creators have him on his platform.
And
I
again,
literally just saw him in what's it? Is it called the? I think it's Bella's page. I think he was on Bella's page today. And again, I don't care. Me, I don't know Bella. I don't know none of the people that like to bring him up. But like I said, that just
Slim
shows a
or
reflection
Slim?
on you.
Wait, Slim or who?
Keep around, huh?
Wait, Slim or
Slim, yeah.
oh,
Even when it come to Patrick, I don't see Patrick on too many people pages anymore. But when you bring them type of people to your platforms, knowing first of all, Slim literally just got arrested for this shit a few months ago. Ain't like this shit happened a couple years ago. He was on a run for the longest, and he just got arrested for this not too long ago. This man literally beat, choked. Got up off of her, went back and started beating on her some more and didn't stop until the neighbors came out. He literally almost beat this woman unconscious and was just arrested for this not too long ago.
again,
And people act like
only
they
garbage
don't give a-
people. Only
that
garbage
just shows
people.
a reflection of you. That's the type of shit that you support.
Only garbage
You are
people.
a sad individual.
Only garbage people support that kind of ish, and it's like, okay.
And you
my
can't
thing-
tell me this man would he change in a couple months?
Look, here's what we need to start doing. Just screenshot 10 people. Try to memorize that shit. 10 profile, 10 commenters, and see if they are outraged by somebody else doing some wild shit. And then be like, no, you support somebody that does some wild, foul shit. So don't you come around acting all sanctimonious. That's my thing.
My thing though, Mooden, is I tell people like this. I don't tell people what to do with their platform, but the people you surround yourself with, especially if you already aware of that person and what they did, and you still bring them around, it's just not a good look. This is not a good look.
I'll be damned if somebody tries to tell me I'm hanging out with wrong people when, again, like...
And I can see if you were unaware or maybe ignorant to it, but these people fucking know. There have been some people,
like, I didn't... there are some... Look, there are some people on the conservative side that came out with some heinous background. I was a part of a group called the Professor Corps. I've known the dude a little bit. We didn't talk often. Never really had too much of a conversation off the app, right? Something came out about his background, like some registered offender.
Oh, hold on.
Right?
I'm gonna post it. Hold on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Go ahead, Mujan. I'm gonna post this.
Some shit came out, and I'm like, damn, so look, when something comes out about somebody or they do some crazy shit, I'm not gonna just announce that I'm disassociating myself with them like I'm announcing a departure or some shit like that. I'm just gonna just disassociate myself with them. Like, same thing with what's the dude name? American Nightmare. Didn't know that about him. So what do? You just unfollow him. There's nothing that needs to be said.
There you go.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That's what I was talking about. What Slim did to his baby mom.
There's nothing that needs to be said when wild shit happens. There's nothing that needs to be said when the wild shit happens.
Like I said, when people go through shit in life, right? I get that. But when you the same motherfucker, that same predator ass person on this app that you happen to be in your past life or past before TikTok, and you surround yourself with these people, that's just not a good look. There's people on this app that knew Slim and what he did to his 15-year-old disabled cousin. They fucking knew. I'm not even gonna put the names out there because I already said it a million times. I don't want people to think I'm attacking them, but y'all knew that shit. And y'all was okay with it.
People are going to support who they really like, regardless of the scandals that come out, I mean, Lance still has Modern Warrior still had supporters, and you know he didn't even do anything wrong. He really didn't do anything wrong
Hold
other
on
than
one
just
second.
play the
Go ahead,
field.
Boogie. Hold on 1 second. I'm getting some. Hold. Go ahead.
It was the people like Bradley mad that he wouldn't give her none of that. He wouldn't go into her womb lands. It's like, oh, you want the white woman womb lands, but not mine? Well, damn. I'm gonna support her in accusing you of one of the worst things you can accuse a man of being. And I'm not gonna give you a heads up. I'm just gonna do it out of the blue.
And my thing is this: these people pled guilty to that stuff. They didn't fight it. They didn't try to do nothing. They pled guilty. Patrick pled guilty.
Yeah.
King of Hearts pled guilty. Slim pled guilty. Ain't no way in the world, no court on earth gonna tell me to plead guilty to something I ain't never do.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Or just plead no contest shit.
I don't even plead nothing, because if I ain't do it, we going all the fucking way, because y'all gonna have to approve it. Well, Slim ain't had no motherfucking choice. They had all the physical evidence and reports on him.
My thing is a lot of like I don't know.
So did Patrick.
My thing is, look, they shouldn't have came on here virtue signaling and acting like they're being on that call out cancel culture shit, because that's what it boils down to. And
I'm sorry, y'all can't see. Well,
some of the same people that are like armed, that are backing them up whenever they do call out somebody, never seem to want to hold them accountable. And then it's like coming online and saying you're holding yourself accountable or some shit like that does not fucking mean you're holding yourself accountable. How you hold yourself accountable when TikTok is your whole fucking life? Get off the app if you really want to hold yourself accountable. But you won't do that. But you'll get somebody fired. Or you'll try and get somebody fired to hold them accountable. How do you hold yourself accountable when this is your bread and butter, or you're trying to make this your bread and butter? Does that make sense?
I would never even try to make this app my bread and butter, because I would use this shit as a side hustle. I know these people base their life and income off this app, and most of them be just fucking cyber begging.
Yeah, and again, look. Again, there's most people in society these days with the inflation are have-nots. So how in the fuck are you? You gotta pick a side. You either living high off the hog and you trying to show that off, or you're portraying that you're living high off the hog and then you're not. And just be honest about the shit. Never made a dime off of this because I've never posted my Cash App or anything, right? People have wanted me to. It's like, no. People have said that maybe you should start teaching and like giving like tutorials on how to do nunchucks. And it's like, I probably should.
I remember when a creator came in my live named Yellow Bull. And the first thing he said to me, you should be thinking about monetizing your page. You should be thinking about how you should be getting money. You should be coining your phrase. Like, first of all, I'm not in this shit for no money. I don't need no money. I got my own goddamn money. I'm not looking to exploit anything that's going on this app at this point, because y'all do enough of that.
Right. But yeah, it's
all about money and capitalizing on people's fucking trauma on this app.
Yeah. And I can't respect it. And there's a lot of people that I don't know that are mutuals that I don't agree with on everything at this point. I don't have to disagree or just leave a comment or everything. I'll just hit not interested or just pass by it, Sometimes I'll lash out, but then some days it's like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And again, it takes some.
Man, I've been get that feelings. Half the shit, I don't react off of them. They react off of me.
Like, they're not doing anything. Like, they're not. Most of these people aren't waking up and going for a jog or doing push-ups. They're waking up, logging onto the app, seeing what's going on, or they're waking up to go live, drinking a beer 8 o'clock in the morning. That's some depressing shit, man. Like, that's depressing as fuck. Like, I can't do that. Like, that's crazy.
Well, listen, a lot of them come on this app to escape their real life. They demons like Slim and this shit right here. He come on this app to escape that shit.
I don't know. I embrace reality a little too much these days.
Well, that's the problem. They don't embrace shit.
And I want to bring, and my thing is, again, when they start doing that call out, cancel culture, accountability, bullying tactic shit, it's like, fuck with me in 4K. Step to my face in 4K and call me a coon or something. See if I don't hurt you, Oh, but you don't want to do that because you have a lot to lose.
Well, I tell you like this. Most of the time, the people that want to fight be the most motherfuckers that be ready to, they got the most shit to hide. These motherfuckers on this app, if they ready to fight, most of the time they got shit to hide.
Foxes involved. Yeah. Yeah. Or
I don't know how many times Slim said, I can't wait till I get there. He told me he was going to fly out like 3 different times to come holler at me. This nigga ain't showed up once.
I think that King of Hearts dude said something about like he's gonna pull up once he gets off of probation.
That dude, first of all, he can't even afford to get out of his own he can't even get out of Polk County. This nigga, I don't think he's ever even been out of Florida at this fucking point.
He's probably
I dare that nigga to ever try to pull up, but I know he never will. He just all talk.
He lives an hour away from me, actually.
Who?
King of Hearts.
Florida?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought you was still out overseas, man.
Yeah.
Like that dude, I wouldn't even tell you waste your time with that dude. Another dude that want to fight, right?
No,
completely out of shape, smokes. I don't know if he drink or not. First of all, he'd be sucking wind within the first 10 seconds of a fight.
Well, he wouldn't. Well, he'd be sucking wind because I'd try and kick his intestines out if he did try me. But contrary to popular, he didn't do anything.
He wouldn't even be no fucking competition.
I mean,
he's just as soft as Patrick.
Here's the thing: when it comes to these kinds of people, I am a vigilante sociopath. Like, I'm not posting workout picture videos for I'm not like a workout influencer. I'm posting to let people know I'm preparing. So
let me tell you something. I'm not. I seen work out. I know you do your thing. I probably haven't hit a gym in like the last year and a half. I had started and stopped again. But I'm in better shape than half the motherfuckers.
I just use like the environment these days and just look at different types of tutorials. I know
damn well I'll be able to last more than 10 seconds in a fucking fight. Them niggas can't even last. Let me tell you something. Nothing against nobody that smoke, but when you smoke and you think you're going to be getting in the fights and you think you're going to be doing your thing, when you be sucking for air, because that's what happened to Patrick. He couldn't even fucking breathe after the fucking fight.
Well, you're talking about somebody who talks more, who's probably, look, your beating to him wasn't his first rodeo. Didn't he post a picture?
No, he got beat. You could tell, he got his ass beat before.
Yeah, like he posted a picture of him supposedly getting stabbed at a club and saying he went back.
I don't think that happened. I think that was fake.
Well, even then, it's not his first rodeo, and I think when he was coming,
that's how he went viral for that, right? That video went viral when he talking about he got stabbed in the club because somebody said he was gay.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know like the 2019, 2020 backstory. I got on the app 2021 and knew.
I remember him saying he got beat up and stabbed at a club. I think because they said strictly because I don't believe that story now one bit. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't believe that story. He's know what he sound like? What was the guy that said he got beat up by 2 racist white people?
Jesse Smollett.
Yep, that's what he did. He did a Jesse Smollett.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Karen did this.
All of them do it.
Yeah, they do that shit. Like, look, I've worked security. I've worked security in Afghanistan. I've worked security in hospitals. Guards they can't arrest you. They can detain you.
They're not even supposed to touch you. Security guards, they're not supposed to touch you at all. They're only supposed to contain the situation. But
no. Hear me. Let me finish. 2 things you got to take into consideration when it comes to security guards. If you're being problematic to the hospital staff, which she was.
Yeah, she was being a danger to staff members, so that's why
the security guard has to step in, especially if they're armed. Especially as an armed security guard, yeah, you're detained. You got to be ready to, you got to be ready. Taser. This is Virginia because I've done it in Virginia. It might be different in Michigan, and to be fair, I've known some police officers in my guard unit who were chain smokers, but they were fast as shit. I'm talking running a mile and a half in like 8 minutes. And some people, because at one point in the Air Force, they had like this thing where you had to do a bike test and all that shit, right? People
Mm-hmm.
started smoking cigarettes because it was measuring your heart rate. Some people ran faster when they smoked cigarettes than when they stopped smoking. So there are some anomalies, if you will.
You think they are one of them? Any of them fools?
Oh
Hell
fuck
no.
no. They are
Hell
the
no.
they are the
But hold
epitome.
on, going
You know,
back.
look,
Oh,
man.
I want to go back to that story real quick. So, the Aunt Karen story, right? Remember the whole hospital incident?
Oh
Now, the
yeah,
woman that she was supposedly supposed to be sticking up for
was a friend that they
was
set
her
up.
friend.
Yeah,
It was a whole setup that, because for real, like, you could tell by just watching the video, it seemed like it was a little forced. Like, but then to come to find out the woman that you supposedly was supposed to be a stranger to you is your friend, is one of your supporters. Like, miss me. And
yeah,
she does that type of shit to, play on people's sympathy. It's what they do on this app.
yeah. And that's
They
the
turn that
thing. And
shit
you know
right
what's
into
crazy?
dollars.
Again, you know what's crazy? You know how that woman probably did a lot of sycophantic ass kissing for Aunt Karen to realize that maybe she can make another come up using this person. She had to be in that woman's inbox every day saying how much she loves Aunt Karen and she's doing a great job. Though they, it's a cult. These content creators are low to mid-level cult leaders.
I remember that, Miss Lovely Kisses. I remember. But they turned it into something else. Cap is still lying about that to this day. I still ain't seen no cutie pie messages. She be on that page every other day now. Oh Lord, let me not even bring that up because then I don't need her attacking you again.
I mean, again, they only attack people that they know aren't going to do the most brutal, sadistic, or say the most brutal, sadistic shit to them. They only attack people that they know aren't gonna match that energy or escalate it. And I will fucking escalate it. There's a
I
reason.
know, but I don't want to rehash that because I don't want Patrick. Patrick ain't never get over you exposing him for what he did. He
He can't
never
do
still
anything to me.
he ain't over that
He
yet.
can't whoop my ass. I don't care about having my account snatched away because I got the screenshot of him saying of him. It was when you and Tanya were cool. I need you to report these lives. I'm not my mutuals. I'm going to use my power to snatch their accounts away.
Matter of fact, I forgot to tell you to send me those. I got one of them, but send me the ones you have.
All right, I will.
Because he made a whole video talking about report my page.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Yep.
remember that shit. And again, when he did it too, right? And I'm just like, so this is what we doing now? Y'all making a whole
Wait.
That
You
was the
don't
first
wait.
video I ever seen
Actually,
somebody do that before.
hold on. He probably still has because I screen recorded them from his YouTube. They're on his YouTube. If you go back to the summer of 2022, you should still be able to see him.
I didn't even know that fool had a YouTube. I don't even pay attention.
And that's the thing, though. I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't really rock with him. The TV hit. Oh, fuck it. What can he do to me? He tried when the audio's leaked. I asked this question: How come he's only popular on this app, but he hasn't really transitioned to the others? That's the thing. Like, if you're really, really famous, like they claim that they are, they would transition to the other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
With those,
He don't have that type. Because half his following is fake. More than half of it. He buys
he's lied and said he's never paid for his subscribers, but
that's a whole lie.
Yeah, I mean, just like he lied and said he's getting to the money, but saying that he doesn't have the money, or nothing happened to him, but something did happen to him. Like he's inconsistent, and it takes willful
ignorance.
Look, it takes a short bus rider. It's the people that were or should have been in short bus classes. I'm sorry, fuck
Let's
it.
not go hard on make them over. Nah, but my thing, like I said before, they don't transition. First of all, they don't even put the effort to even do so. Half of them just want the shit to be just happen for them. They don't even really want to put in the work. Like, if you want to transition to YouTube, you're gonna have to put your time in over on YouTube. Because I seen it work. You know who did it? I watched do it? Stephanie.
Fredo, I've seen other guys do it too, like Fredo TV, that Farrar B guy. I saw him on this app first before I saw him on YouTube, and I follow both of them because their shit is funny. Like, but they were constantly getting mass reported and flagged on here on TikTok, and they were just making comical, funny content. So it's possible, but it's possible.
They don't have that type of talent. First of all,
No, they don't.
I don't even think they come up with half of their content ideas.
Well,
I think people give it to them. A lot of them are, working for social media companies. So sometimes they'll give them scripts to use to push certain agendas or topics. They don't even come up with this shit. I don't think half of them even edit their own content sometimes. They don't know how to even edit their own content. I think as far as maybe CapCut, that's all they know. They can't take a raw video and make it into a piece.
all they know,
With no problem.
all they know how to do, all they know how to do is just turn on the damn.
They are.
All they know how to do is just turn on a fucking filter and just give a hot take on a hot disingenuous take.
And they trying to be influencers,
But
they're horrible at it.
But I mean, they're only horrible at it to people like us with common sense. Like the people that fall, like again, like
that's why they don't grow.
Like whose life has gotten better? Who's in a better position in life because of a Patrick or a Highland? Again, they never help somebody get a job. Their white allies and mutuals or accomplices love to get people fired, but they never seem to help somebody. They never help somebody get a job. We know people who are single mothers that are getting their lives together after these people got to put them in that fucked up position. But
and you know what they doing instead of that? They support people like Slim, the man that pulled a gun on his baby mom,
or AK or just
or Patrick that beat his child when they were an infant and broke their bones,
or Highland who says black men are the weakest.
Bone. We know how hard that how hard.
Or Highland who says black men are the weakest link and all of the other stuff, but then he can't even maintain a facade that he was a good husband with his wife. He couldn't maintain that facade.
Oh yeah, he beat her too. He hit on her too. I ain't gonna say beat. He hit her too.
I mean, I heard that when he went to the Blammies, they were saying the homeboy stank. It's like,
oh, you talking about Ice Cream? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, and it goes without saying. Here's my thing with somebody like Patrick's baby mom when she was coming into these comments and she was trying to follow us and all other shit. Y'all got to remember when that audio, they were both trying to get custody, but they both got custody back of the kids, right?
No, he got visitation rights. As far as I know, this is what she told us. She didn't actually tell me. She told Ray. She told Ray that Patrick does not have custody of the children at all. He only has visitation rights. So he gets to see them at a certain time. That came out of the mother's, the mother of the children.
Well, I look at it like this. She only started following us to protect, just in case, because I think she had
they attacked her. I mean,
no. She was saying that
out,
she had to take classes. She had to take parenting classes with them.
Right.
So,
I wasn't there. Again, I only know what was told in the court audio. Because honestly, I know for a fact that he attacks her and she's gotten a lot of threats. I know that for a fact. But for the simple fact that she wants to keep quiet, I'm just going to respect it and leave it alone. But my bad, go ahead.
I look at it like this. I see her as an enabler of his antics, just like every other female who has enabled Patrick's antics as a follower.
Only thing I'm gonna give you some pushback, Mujin. You know me, man. But we gotta remember, she is a whole victim. I mean, she was abused for years by that dude. I mean, I don't know how much physical. I definitely know verbal. I mean,
I think they only dealt with each other.
I don't want to judge her for how she's reacting and what she's doing right now, because I really don't know what's going on through her head. But I know what he did to her and them children. And that was more than enough for me. That's why I just don't go in on her. Go ahead, my bad, bro. Did you get you there, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
I look at it like this. Pushback's fine, but she's enabled his activity. She's enabled his actions to the point where he has the audacity to do the same shit with any women with women in general. That's why he talks the way he does to females at
All
times.
right, so you know me, I like to ask questions, my brother. So how does she stop him? What is she supposed to do? I'm just curious because honestly,
Okay, so here's
at
where
this
you're.
point, if she even came out and told her story, right? Told exactly what happened from word for word.
I mean, look,
All he's
I look
gonna
at it
do
like
is
this.
lie, and you know the enablers over there, they ain't gonna do nothing but
Well,
try
you
to
got it.
back
Well,
up and
okay,
try to
so let's.
villainize
So
her.
here's the thing. Here's where I understand where your pushback is coming through. Resources. Something tells me she's getting government assistance, resources, kind of shit, and whatever little change he's making from TikTok and his little other hot hustles as a DJ and all the other shit, working the odd jobs at the restaurants. They're getting by like everybody else, but they're gonna paint this narrative that they're doing well. They're only to get they only they're she only comes off as amicable. She only comes off as amicable because they were struggling. I've heard at one point they dated and they were both homeless. Those are just things that I heard. But
Mm.
in the same breath, when you look at this woman and when you look at somebody like Patrick, when you look at because I'm half Haitian and I've noticed something about them, about the first generation Haitians like a Patrick. They always get the lightest, if not whitest, person when they come to American soil. So, and she's now. When she followed me and all other stuff. At first, I was really skeptical, but I followed her, and then till I got tired, and then I unfollowed her. I saw some of the videos on her page. She's with another black guy or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So it could be these are theories and these are just some half truths. She may be on some fetishization shit, which that would be another contradiction because he likes to have debates saying that if a white woman only dates black men, she's racist and she's just fetishizing. But what does that say about your baby mom? What does that say about you? So that's the thing. I just something just didn't sit right with me, and it's always these, and then when you start putting bullshit in your damn when you start putting in bullshit in your profiles, calling yourself an empath and all the other shit, now you just sound you may as well be going back to the types of people that follow him.
All right, so you know me, I like to ask my question. So Slim pays his baby mom. He admitted to that. He pays her. Do you think Patrick pays his baby mom?
Well, he says that he's asked for donations to pay child support for the month or help pay with back child support at one point. So, and then when he talks great crazy to people, he be like, I'll go do your mom and have her pay my child support and my rent, shit like that. So
I remember I saw him say that to a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I don't honestly because he's so inconsistent and he lies. Who knows where the truth really lies with these individuals?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason she doesn't. She watches from the sidelines, but she doesn't. The only time that they've ever collabed was when after the beatdown you gave him and him going to go see his kids. And remember,
right. So I was just about to bring that video up. So
Yeah,
when he first got to see his children, right? And this is how I know he was manipulating her, and I left it alone. When he first went to go pick up his children, I don't even know why you filming this shit and talking about me. First of all, you think you would be more concerned and more excited to see your children, but he was more concerned about me.
Yeah, he was talking about you the entire time.
Yeah, he pulls her into the camera.
What kind of man tells
he
you?
said, I guess she's not that prostitute or something. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And I'm like, did he really go back and tell this woman I was calling her a prostitute or something?
I don't
know what the fuck he done told her.
Slow down, because it wasn't just you going at his neck. It was also Tina. He
was talking about I called her that, or it literally came out of her mouth.
And you gotta remember. No, you gotta remember. he loves to talk about how he gets laid a lot, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to start looking at some of their female profiles. We also got to take into consideration there are hookers that follow him. Some of these women he's gotten with their hookers. It's not.
Some of them haven't admitted to that before, but I don't call them hook. I call them whatever. I don't want to be disrespectful. Go ahead.
At what point is an actual semantic and I don't know, semantic, if it's true, how is it disrespectful if it's true? That's always been my thing. But I look at it like this. At what point, he was talking about you, constantly bringing up your government name. What kind of grown man tells his son, next time the kids say something mean, tell them that your daddy gets more women than their daddy? It's like,
you know what he told his kids one time?
I know he
had his children calling me Uncle Blaze.
I mean,
could you imagine? Ain't no fucking way in the world. I don't care about none of y'all. I'd rather my kids not even know none of y'all name. But this man, him and I Speak, had their children calling me Uncle Blaze.
Well, you got to remember, he said something about somebody wanting to do what with his 11-year-old daughter, and let's not forget Highland set up a tripod camera to record himself crying,
record himself crying with his children.
So that's not the weirdest thing that they can say or do. That's not the weirdest thing neither one of them can say or do.
I never thought I'd ever see somebody exploit their own divorce. A divorce they cause.
Look, man, my life and my family, I don't really go into details about my life and my family situation. Right. But when somebody talks crazy, like when I'm working overseas and somebody talks crazy, it's like, okay, you saying I ain't got nothing going for myself hiding behind a damn profile. Look at my situation. Say, like, what was that again? Oh, crickets. So that's my thing. Again, it takes people who ain't got nothing going for themselves, who want to live vicariously through these people who aren't really doing anything substantially amazing, I
know one thing though, right? I don't want to come off as a dude that's going to come on this app and just pretend like I'm better than people. But the only people that really truly be getting mad are the people I'm doing better than.
Yeah. And look, you can't be more talented than a lot of these people or actually be doing better than them.
I don't want you to think that's just everything that has, just because you may have more physical things or more, you may have more money than me. That still don't mean you doing better in life than me.
Well, here's the thing.
Because most of these motherfuckers be miserable. Y'all can have
That's why they follow somebody like Patrick. They follow they follow people like that to be messy. They follow these woke activists call out content. Ooh, let's call this person to get them fired from the job because they're friggin' miserable. Yeah.
I think that's my biggest flex, love, because it's my family.
Yeah.
Damn, traveling is just a bonus. And most of these motherfuckers ain't even been outside their damn state.
Yeah, and you know what? As far as I know, Blaze, you never put up a wish list to buy your kids toys and video games like Patrick has.
No, I don't need nobody to do that for me. I'm good. I can do that.
Like, he's broke and all the other shit, but he rented a PS5.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry. That's down there where now they renting out Jordans. I mean, that's that type of level I would never be at. I'm sorry. If you gotta go to errands to rent a PS5, you don't need a PS5. I'm just saying you don't need it.
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna rent it. Or then it's like he's getting all these donations.
$400 over the asking price.
Why is he getting donations? Like I don't know. Take some of that donation money and buy an LLC. Get an LLC.
How you renting a PS5 but you wanting to move? How you
need to pay bills, but you want to take your mom out to a 5-star restaurant?
Oh, I remember that video. This dude was crying. Oh my God. And I'm just like, damn, he acting like he never been to a 5-star restaurant.
I mean,
like, damn, bro, you ain't never been to a steakhouse or something, and you ain't never took your mama? Bro, I mean, I think the first steakhouse I took my mom to, for real, when I paid all of it, was like 19 years old. I took out for Mother's Day.
Shit, you
This
know.
nigga up here like 30-something years old crying about taking his mom to a nice
Well, you
restaurant.
got to remember,
That's not
he
even a
wasn't,
flex for real, for real. I'm
bro,
sorry.
he wasn't shit before this app. He wasn't shit before the app, and he's admitted to that. He ain't had shit going for himself, and he still really doesn't.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, I
His
guess if
biggest
you
flex,
proud of it, yeah, I mean, go ahead, do your thing.
his biggest flex is
But you
being able
can't
to.
come on this app acting like you Big Willie did.
No, he doesn't. But look, it's like this is literally the equivalent to the high school jock assuming that he's gonna have this type of love
Grand
and
life and
support.
grow up to be nothing.
Yeah. This is literally
He's still walking around in his high school jacket.
Look, TikTok for a lot of these content creators is some peak in high school bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. It's a repeat of high school for them. Everything they wanted to be in high school.
No, yeah, it's a repeat, but listen to me. Peak in high school.
Right, but they didn't never hit peak in high school.
Most people aren't going to hit their peak in life.
Crowd.
A lot of people aren't going to hit their peak in life. I wasn't always in the in crowds. Again, and it's like things that I like, things that I want to do, has nothing. I don't know, mate. I'm not.
Let me tell you something. I told everybody before, I was in the in crowd. I didn't like the in crowd. Like, because a lot of motherfuckers used to look down on people that it used to get on my nerves. And I used to have to always, be the person that be in the middle of them bullying the motherfuckers in the in crowd. Being in the in crowd wasn't that fucking great because it's a lot of ass kissing and competition. I don't want to do all that. I ain't in competition with y'all motherfuckers.
And that's what they do.
Even on my level.
Even when they decide to be mutuals with each other, it's really just competition. I mean, look at it. When Modern Warrior was on here, ooh, he's my brother. Blah 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 brother. All that other bullshit. Look what he did to that woman. He's a terrible man. That was.
Remember. I speak. Patrick said somebody needs to unalive him. He said that about Modern Warrior. He made a whole video. He said looked like he was in a bathroom or some shit. And he came in there talking about somebody needs to unalive that man.
Yeah. Yep. But shit. And then Aunt Karen, so
Aunt Karen's still making videos about him. She just made a video about Modern Warrior and put his name in the caption the other day, talking about something about therapy, talking about her car decline.
Her car or
she said her car declined and something about Modern Warrior being there. I'm like, what the fuck I don't know.
Or goddamn, or what is it? And even old man McCormick, he went from you're a gorgeous man to you need to control yourself. You need to control your cock. It's like, wait a minute, pause.
And you know what's funny?
That's some meat watching shit.
I watch all these people. It seemed like all the people that there were big content creators in like 2020 during the pandemic.
Yeah,
all of them have therapists now. All of them. They all got some type of issue.
I look at it like this. Just like Big Pharma is a scam, I'm starting to look at this whole therapist shit as a scam too, and all that other shit. First of all, the people who are like the chick that got fired from her therapy job because
I remember her.
Because she's actually really fucking loony, and she now has an OnlyFans. She's loony.
She got an OnlyFans? That what you said? I thought she'd been had that.
No, she started it after she got fired like a few months afterward.
Do your thing,
and you know what? She's actually not a bad looking lady. She's just loony.
I never really watched her content, but like when that whole thing was going on, she sounded like she was kind of smug about it.
Yeah, she's loony. She's loony. Or maybe I just like loony. Maybe I just like a little loony.
But she got fired for talking about her clients, right?
She got fired for
because she was bringing her client business onto the app. She was speaking on her clients.
Black man got banned for it, but it was really a black woman who wrote the article that got banned. That got her banned,
Don't you ever put your charge. What charges?
Who talk? Wait, what?
Talking about Miss Obsessive right here.
Your obsession? Genuine question. Why don't you ever put your charges up? Maybe because he doesn't have any window liquor. Hey, what school did you go to? Your obsession is it? Did you go?
So
to,
let's come talk about these charges since they
Hey,
up here.
hey, like no. What school did she go to? I think she went to UDM.
Who?
Your obsession. She went to UDM,
The hell is you?
University of Dumb
Oh,
Motherfuckers.
I knew you was about to go there. So come on up.
Yeah, you got 1,507.
She talked about some charges. Let's
Always.
talk about these charges that
Why
you
is it
made
always some?
guilty
No,
to.
no, no, no. Here, true, serious question. Why is it always some pudgy, pale, beady-eyed with a filter type of motherfucker?
Because she's part of the Pride, the Llamas, and Petty Pushers. I know who she is. You have a bachelor's degree?
In what? Window licking?
And that means what? Come on up in the box. I'm going to let you have some space. And we're going to respect you and you're going to respect us. Come on up.
I'm not. I'm gonna curse her out. I might just.
No, come on, man.
I'm not. I might. Look, I'll just. Look,
bro.
I mean, I'll just hop off and let you have the handle. I'm just gonna curse her out.
She wanted to talk about charges, so I wanted to have a conversation about charges. Why would I want to find out what on my own?
She, you know what? It's kind of like, look, imagine you like being like, I don't know, built like Terry Crews or Michael Jai White. You know you're shredded. You know you have a good body. Somebody like her saying you're fat and out of shape still. That's the level of stupidity. She's here to do. She's just trying to derail the conversation now.
Mm-hmm. No, but I want her to try to derail it because
she knows she doesn't have the evidence. Otherwise,
I don't even care about no evidence. She want to talk about charges. Let's talk about charges. Come on up. I want to talk about this charge your man pled guilty to, though. Not to a charge that doesn't exist.
She doesn't want to talk about that. She basically wants to say something. But my husband of 30 years loves it. You don't have
and
no
again, this
husband.
ain't even this. We ain't even talking about. Hold on. We're not even talking about a charge. We talking about a guilty charge. Pled guilty.
Yo, could you just kick the
your husband of 30 years loves it?
Can you
Where's
just kick this? Can you just kick this remedial cunt out? Seriously?
Hold on. I like having fun. I know who she is, and all the shit that she taught. Because she wants to be part of the black community so bad, but she can't really be at the end of the day.
See, this is the part where you just either you blatantly disrespect them to the point where they're either gonna have to fight you or just not.
Do you call your husband the N-word? Have you ever called a black person the N-word?
She probably has.
I guarantee you, I know she has. I know she's gonna lie about it.
Well, Blaze, a lot of these weirdos who are in interracial relationships, they have like slave role play.
Let me guess. Hold on. Is your husband black? He's not black. Oh. So what you doing here then? Why are you even in the black space?
She wants to get cursed out. She has a degradation kink.
Yeah, I know. That Karen coming out of her pores. Yeah, she lost.
Contrary to popular opinion,
she got lost from Crackerville. She got lost on her way to Crackerville.
Or maybe she has a BBC. She has BBC fantasies. That's why she's over here.
Oh, I don't want to even know. She can keep that to herself.
She wants some
darky. Go ahead, bro.
She wants some darky D.
She didn't had her like 20 seconds of fame because I told her to come up here and she ain't get up here yet. So, what was you saying before that?
Yeah, I mean, what I was saying, these people. Oh yeah, we were talking about like the whole Womblands and outrage shit.
Well, your obsession. I'm gonna sit you at the kiddie table, okay? You're no longer allowed to get up from the kiddie table.
Well, again, you saw that. You saw that shit for what it was. You see people see them for what they are, and it only takes people who are just equally as fake. Just like, like you said, you were in the in crowd, but you realize how
how fake it
disingenuous,
is. It's fucking
how
fake.
smug and how they are. And
Yes.
a lot of these people, they were never in the in crowd, but then they grow up and they're just as fake as the in crowd. And this is literally that peak in high school.
It's even worse now because now they got money.
No, not even that.
Now they actually adults.
I look at it like this. It's not the money or being an adult that makes it worse. It's this fake fame and
It
fake
gives them
friendship.
more sense of entitlement, man. Like they better than somebody.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like I always tell people, first of all, we eat, sleep, shit all the same. Ain't really nobody out here better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? We at the end of the day, we all human beings.
I mean, it takes people who are really in tune with themselves and don't mind being alone to really start seeing this for what it is. And it's like, I don't give a shit about how many subscribers you have. What are you doing in the real world? It doesn't equate in the real world. And the people that are trying to slide for you or go for or ride for you, they're pudgy, flabby, bifocal. I mean, I wear glasses too. Can't carry a conversation, can't look straight, can't blink, cross-eyed.
Let me tell you something. What I do in the real world and why I'm really okay, why they not, I get to chill with my family, see my kids every day. I get to travel with them. I get to see my kids grow up and live, a fairly comfortable life. I make good money. I'm not gonna say I actually love my job, but it's good enough for me.
And again, look, this is the part where, again, I've asked this question multiple times. I've said it on here multiple times. These people who are following, who are coming in here and all the other shit, they'll say that they got a bachelor's degree or they'll say they've been married for 30 years, but they're just saying anything sometimes just to derail the conversation.
Honestly, I don't even believe that shit no more.
No, they don't. No, I don't believe it.
Because T. Nathan done fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah, he's lied about his military. And you know what's crazy? He's lied about his military service, but he went out, but an actual military veteran, just like me, took him out to dinner when he got out of jail. Thomas.
Right. Thomas was supporting him when I didn't expose, it was already exposed, but when I had brought it back up about him lying about being in the military because that's where his ass got locked up at for stealing from one of his friends, Thomas was saying that was a lie. Yeah, he was part of the military.
Thomas was defending. Thomas defended
unapologetic soldier.
Thomas defended Brick Lady also, but
Well, look at it. Thomas looked like a fucking brick.
Thomas looked like a goddamn frog mixed with the little Raisin cartoon characters.
That dude's a weirdo. What's up, Curtis? My bad, brother.
Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, man. I was gonna say like the same thing dude was just saying. A lot of people on this TikTok, man, shit. They get 100,000 followers. They get 20,000 followers. They feel like they're a celebrity, And like you said, a lot of them, they pretty much was marks in high school. And now they want to come and hide behind social media like, they the best damn thing since sliced cheese.
Yeah, but the only thing about it, they can only pretend for so fucking long. They are who they are.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's so many people, I done seen it so many times. And I ain't trying to throw people under the bus, but they get on social media and say, I got this, I got that, or like you was talking about the degrees and military service and all that. And that bullshit be lies. And somebody around on social media that knows them well, that's local to them, I always be like, look, man, the shit didn't go like that. So, it's like they live in they social media life where everything is perfect.
I tell you what, if you got to come on social media and lie and tell people you got degrees and you got master's degrees and you do this and you do that, you ain't got no confidence in yourself.
Look, I have a bachelor's degree.
You got to start to build people or get to build relationships with people off a lie.
I have a bachelor's degree and I have time in the military, but you will never fucking hear me let that be the first and only thing about myself,
Exactly. I ain't gonna just sit up here. It's kind of like a lot of people, man. Now I'm retired. I retired from the military, but it's a lot of people that come on here and say that. And then when you finally figure their ass out, they got a other than honorable, discharge. And I'm like, well, shit, this and that. And I'm like, shit, you ain't, I don't know.
again, so as you are retired from the military, don't you feel a little disrespected when a man comes on here and tell you that he was a war veteran and they was somebody else, a woman saying that she was in combat and never did a damn thing?
Man,
Do you not? I don't see how they don't get.
I mean, I'm so used to.
military personnel backing them up.
I mean, to be honest, if you ask me, I've heard people say it in active duty. Like they'll go on a deployment or TDY and say that they were getting mortared at when that shit never happened to them.
never happened.
Yeah. So people say it people in the actual uniform over exaggerate shit.
Motherfucker go to Kuwait and say, "Hey man, I was in Iraq getting bombs dropped on my head in Saudi City, and they don't even know what the fuck."
But
Saudi City was like.
I was specifically talking about T. Nathan though. This man said he been to combat. He never even made it out of training.
That nigga say he knows martial arts also. So what are you talking about? You walk around with a motherfucking samurai
He
sword.
never made it out of training.
Man, we
This
know.
man said he
Dude.
went to combat.
We know.
He showed the shiniest pair of dog tags I ever seen in my damn life. Looked like they came straight from Amazon off of G.I. Joe Man or something. This shit was absolutely hilarious. I just don't understand how other military personnel don't find that shit offensive. The motherfuckers that really out here putting their life on the line.
Didn't he lie about his doesn't he lie about his diplomas and credentials also?
Yeah, he said he has two masters or two or three. He said he had 2 or 3 master's degrees and he has none. He was a criminal. He was in jail. He ain't never had no time to get no damn master's degree, not alone multiple. And you can go up on the database and look up anybody that has a master's. That's public
You a
information.
special brand. You are a special brand of window licking, mayonnaise eaten with a butter knife ass motherfucker. If you follow somebody like a T. Nathan, like there comes a point where
how can you listen to first of all, how can you listen to somebody that based his whole persona off was a whole lie? I remember I heard this man say he was a single father. I ain't seen no children ever in this nigga life.
all he has is his dog. Yeah.
He said he was on this app talking about he was a single father. This man even lied on his own grandmama.
I mean, again, and then who were they doing collabs with back in like as early as
And this was with a white person. I know what's her name? I can't even think of her name right now. She another one to be behind the scenes doing all the dumb shit. I got her piece coming up soon too. I've heard talking about Report My Page, but they are backed by non-black people mostly.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers can barely speak fucking English sometimes.
again, like you got to take into consideration the people that go hard in the paint that say that they're fighting against racism and white supremacy are actually backed up by racists and white supremacists.
It's insanity, bro. I tell you like this.
Okay, so like here's my thing. Let's say if you are privileged, realistically, you cannot share those privileges with everybody. So for somebody to complain and say that white privilege is real when it's really just a scenarios, in my opinion, that don't always happen 100% verbatim, for somebody to come along and say that they're more privileged than you and I, when we're both doing better than them or we have things going for ourselves than them, how does that work? How does the privilege work when we're both doing better than them? Unless they could walk up to us and just somehow just take away everything that we've worked for and all that other stuff. How is it that their privilege works, you know?
My thing, like I said, when it comes to that type of shit, if you so hyper focus on being in competition of who's better than who, if you so hyper focused on that, especially because most of the time they only do that shit when they want to deflect from, the whole topic at hand when you telling or exposing some shit.
Like she did. She said she came in and asked about your charges. And then said she's from Puerto Rico.
You breaking up, I can't hear you.
She went, look at the chick. She said she has a degree. She's from Puerto Rico, been married for 30 years, and she talked about charges. It's like,
So, but again, we're not even talking. We're talking about this. This ain't even a charge. This is a whole guilty plea. You're talking about somebody that don't even exist according to the person that found it.
right.
So here's the whole report. I don't have to respond to fake shit and dumb shit. Here's a report. How come you're not asking about these charges and why he pled guilty to them? Because he ain't really had no damn choice. Why he try to blame his old baby mom and put a gun off on her and get her locked up? It don't be making sense. You don't want to talk about why Patrick beat his own child, but y'all rather talk about somebody that don't even exist. Make it make sense.
Again, the people that listen, the root cause analysis is not the content creator themselves. It's the garbage ass people that are following them and propping them up. Like, look at the one that said that y'all are just mad Patrick is making money. I'm like, but he says he doesn't get a lot. He's not making a lot.
What money is he making? The man got a hole in his damn ceiling.
He's been
covered
there,
up with duct tape and plastic.
Hasn't he been in that apartment for like over 5 years now?
He's been in there as long as I've been on TikTok. Ain't moved a fucking inch.
Is he still sharing a car with his fiance, if you want to call her that?
That's her car. That's not his car. They don't share nothing. That's her car. She came in the relationship with that damn car, and he just uses it with no license.
I mean, he could have. I remember he had another.
He can't get no license.
He had another GoFundMe,
parole, right?
He had another GoFundMe saying that he wants to like help him get a car, license, and groceries. He needed to raise $7,000. This is before. This is before he got doxxed. This is before he was quote unquote swatted for like the third or fourth.
Why
time.
in the hell do you need a GoFundMe to get you a license?
Well, he has to renew his license and get a car. Basically,
okay.
I guess he was gonna.
Why do you need a GoFundMe for that?
Because he was gonna go.
Well, I can see the car, but what the license got to do?
Well, he has to pay to renew it.
He has to pay for everything.
Yeah, he has to pay his traffic fines and all that other shit. But it's like,
okay, be responsible and pay your own damn bills.
Where's the logic in that? In his
mean,
situation.
Why would you even then? Why did you quit your job?
Well, he said it. He said it himself. He quit his job to pursue this whole content creation thing full time.
And where you been at in the last 3 years? And that same
arguing with people, cursing people out, making threats to sue people or to unalive them.
Mm-hmm.
Like the funny like
people's children and shit. Like
even his own
doxing. This the career you wanted? Be a SoundCloud rapper? He ain't even barely that.
No, he's not.
I mean, like I said, at this point, that's why I don't even be fucking bothering with Patrick. He's a fucking joke. He don't got no leg to stand on.
That's why he blocked us. That's why
all you gotta say is, aren't you a child abuser? That's all you gotta say. Anything he say.
I don't even say that. I don't even say that. I'm like, do you take? I don't even say that. I'm like, hey, when you start taking your boxing lessons, are you gonna spar with like preschoolers?
I ain't. He out here beefing with children. I mean, like, that's all you gotta say to Patrick. He can't argue about nothing. Did you break the bones of an infant? Did he leave a 2-inch laceration?
Didn't he threaten to have a woman assaulted? Pay to have a woman assaulted? I mean, like, even though
what he used to say, he dud up in these streets. Stupid motherfucker.
No, no one in Jersey is rocking with him. Let alone Haiti itself. You know, they don't really play that shit, and they don't play that shit over there.
All right, so you 69 people on the outside. Come on in. Maybe y'all can answer some questions. No, matter of fact, stay outside. Stay out there.
No, bring them up. Let them come.
No, because I don't want people to feel as though I'm forcing them to do anything. Stay your asses out there.
I would ask them, does anybody want to come up?
No, let them stay out there.
I'll even hop off since I'm supposedly a problem. I'm a problem, and I do mean and say mean things to people, or I supposedly threaten them, even though they threatened me first.
Damn, that went up. My bad. We got more on the outside now. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all chill. I'm supposed to go live with Todd later, bro. I don't really know what time. I gotta hit him up. I ain't gonna be on this thing all night. I got things to do tonight, like real things to do. But he wanted me to bring the rest of this paperwork.
Let me get the. I'm gonna send you the videos of him saying to mass report you and Tanya stuff.
Yeah,
Man.
send me those videos. I got
Are we
those
still?
need to go to.
My
Put
other,
that into the box of evidence. I still got the one that he made last year too. But y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here for a little while, Moojin. I'm gonna make my kids something to eat, and then I'm gonna chill out for a while. I'll probably be back around like 10 o'clock. If I do come back, I'll be back a little bit before 10. All right, y'all.
all right.
All right, brother.